third graders, we are on our green pages in our iReady instruction book. We're going to do our green pages, which is a fantastic review over perimeter and area. And then tomorrow we will do a review packet. And then on Friday, you are taking your perimeter and area test. We are going to be finished with this unit on perimeter and area. So our green pages are going to be 314, 315, 316, and 300. No, I think we're stopping at 316. No, 317. So 4 pages. Let's start on page 314. Make sure your pages are green. And we're going to start with number 19. So there's a few things in here I need to make note of. Jared's dad built a square. I want you to circle that word square. That's an important word because I need to know what shape I'm building. Deck in his backyard. One side of the deck is 10 feet long. Let's underline that number. We know we need a number. What is the perimeter? Let's circle the word perimeter. That's an important word. That's going to tell us what we are doing, what math we're going to need to do. So square, 10 feet long, perimeter. Third grade, why did they only give me one number? Why is 10 the only number in the problem? Yes, because it's a square. And what do we know about squares? Every side's the same length. So if one side is 10 feet, then we know all the way around this shape is 10 feet. Draw me a square, and let's label all of our sides 10 feet. So we've got a square. We've got 10 feet long on every side. Now we want to find perimeter. Remind me how we find perimeter. We add all our sides. So I'm going to write add all sides. Add all sides, okay? So let's do that. 10, let me change my colors back. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. I have 4 numbers because there are 4 sides. 10 plus 10 is 20. Another 10 plus 10 is 20. And 20 plus 20, 40 feet for my perimeter. We're not going to square our answer because we are not counting squares. We are walking around our shape. We are doing perimeter. All right, let's go to page 315 and see what they want us to do. It says, look at the rectangle below. Draw a rectangle that has the same, underline same area, but different perimeter. Underline same area, underline different perimeter. Okay? So let's figure out what our area is first. Area equals. We can't draw a rectangle if we don't know what our area is. So let's count. Or, that's a lot of squares to count. I think I'm just going to do rows and columns this time. So 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns. So to get the area, I just have to say 4 times 9, length times width. And I know 4 times 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth finger down because it's a 9 fact. And I have 3 on this side and 6 on this side. So 36. Okay, they don't tell me what my label is, so I'm just going to call these units because they are square units. Square. Now, if I paid attention, I can see that that answer is right over here for me. So he's giving us a helpful hint to the side, but I need to practice on my 4s and 9s anyway. So we have to draw another rectangle that has 36 squares. So the next thing my brain is going to have to do is think of multiplication facts that equal 36. Now I cannot use 4 and 9. Why not? Everybody remember? If I use 4 and 9, again, even if I put 9 first, it's not going to give me a different perimeter. You can't use the same factors, the same length and width, if you want a different perimeter. If you want the same perimeter, then you would use those. But our problem wants a different perimeter. So I've got to come up with something else that equals 36 besides 4 and 9. Now, there's lots of things you can do. 1 and 36? Sure. 2 and 13? Sure. 3 and 12 might be a good one. We can't use 4 because that's already been done. Cannot get 36 with 5. And then there's 6 and 6 would make 36, right? So I'm just going to pick one. It can't, wait, I got a question. Could I use 6 times 6? Yeah, because remember, squares are rectangles. Even though it asks for a rectangle, a square is a rectangle. So I would count that as correct. I'm not going to use that one. I'm actually going to use 3 and 12. But you are more than welcome to pick a different one. I'm going to choose 3 times 12. 3 times 12 equals 36. So I'm going to draw 3 rows and 12 columns. Remember, we're not doing an array, we're doing area. So this has to be squares. We have to build it with squares. So 3 rows and then 12 columns. So there's 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 and 12. I'm going to double count. Make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Forget my area. Now, we said we want the perimeter to be different. It should be different, but I can check that. What was the perimeter up here? Let's go ahead and do that. 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 9. 4 and 9 is 13 plus another 4 and 9, which is 13. 13 and 13, 26. Let's hope we get a different perimeter down here. 3 plus 12 plus 3 plus 12. There we go. 3 and 12 make 15 plus another 3 and 12 is 15. And 15 plus 15, perimeter would be 30. So are my perimeters different? Yes. Are my areas the same? Yes. 3 times 12 is 36. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So yes, I have checked my area. I've checked my perimeters. I have the same area, but different perimeters. And there is my picture of my rectangle. All right, that is number 20. On your test, if you're asked to do that, you will have squares to have to pull and drag up to use to build your rectangle. All right, the perimeter of the shape below is 12 centimeters. So we already know that perimeter is 12. That means when I add my numbers up, it should equal 12. So let's walk around our shape and add our numbers. P equals 2 plus question mark plus 1. Well, I want to slide this over. Hang on, let me redo this. Let's try, I'm going to put it over here. I've got more room. P equals 2 plus question mark plus 1 plus 1. I'm underlining these numbers to make sure I don't forget one. Plus 5. So I've walked around my shape. I've got all my sides. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, including the question mark. Now let's put them together. Okay? So I see 2, 3, 4 and 5 make 9. So I have perimeter equals question mark plus 9. That's how much I know. It has to equal what? 12. So these two numbers, my question mark and my 9, have to equal 12. Which choice can I add to 9 and get 12? Can I add 2? 9 plus A, with A is 2. It's 2 plus 9, 12. 9, 10, 11. No, so A is eliminated. 3 is 3 plus 9, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So B looks like correct, but let's go ahead and check C and D. 4 plus 9, that's 13. That's too big. 9 plus 9, that would be 18. That's too big. Look what Rose chose. Rose chose the 9. What'd she do? She added the numbers that are there, because we got 9. She added all the sides, but did not add to make 12. Remember, yes, those sides equal 9, but the perimeter is not 9. The perimeter is 12, so she did not add to her 9 to turn it into 12. She, my goodness gracious, let's fix that. She added, let's put an ED on that. She added all the sides, but did not add to make 12. Once she added and got 9, she stopped. You have to add to that 9 because our perimeter had to be 12, not 9. All right, let's go to our next green page. So this is 316. This is kind of for you to do on your own. So what I would like for you to do is pause my video, work this page, then play my video to check your answers. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. Sue drew a rectangle that is 6 inches long and 5 inches wide. What is the, I'm going to circle perimeter, which means I'm adding. So 6 plus 5 is only 2 sides of the rectangle. Rectangles have 4 sides, so I have to do those two numbers twice. 6 plus 5 is 11. And then another 6 plus 5 is another 11. And 2 11s make 22. So you should have chose C, 22 inches. Number 2. Rachel has 20 feet of fencing to put around a rectangular section of her lawn. The fencing must go around the perimeter of the rectangular section with no overlap. Choose yes or no to tell whether Rachel has exactly enough fencing for a rectangular section shown. The area of each square is 1 square foot. So she wants to build 20. And we are trying to make sure that her fence can go around. We're not building area. Now, some of you are going to get excited and you went through and counted and you found the one that was 20 and you marked yes. That's area. We are doing perimeter. We want our perimeter to be 20, not the squares. So this one is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 20. Y'all, that's 40, 50, 60. This has a perimeter of 60. I do not want 60. I want 20 for my perimeter. We are building the fence. B, we have 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 and 8. 8 and 2 make 10. Another 10, so perimeter would equal 20. 8 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 is 20. That one's a yes. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus another 4 plus 5 is 9. And 9 plus 9 is 18. That's a no. 18 is not enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a square, 5 all the way around. 5 plus 5 is 10, and another 5 plus 5 makes another 10, which P would be 20. So that's a yes. So B is a yes and D is a yes. The other two are no's. If you put yes on A, you did area. You did not do perimeter. You've got to find these words to know whether we're supposed to add or multiply. Number 3. Which of the following is an example of perimeter? Circle the letter that applies for all. So there could be more than one. So perimeter is the fence that goes all around. Would perimeter be grass covering? No. Area is the grass. So A is a no. The border around. Perimeter is the fence that goes all around. So the border around a picture would be yes. Carpet. Carpet fills the inside of my room, so that's a no. A fence around a park. Perimeter is the fence, so yes. Water in a swimming pool. Water fills the inside of a pool, so no. So B and D are our perimeters. A, C, and E would all be area. We wanted perimeter, so we circle B and D. Last page. Hopefully, again, you have done this page before me, so you're checking. Number 4. Look at the rectangle below. The area of each is 1 square unit. Find the perimeter and area of the rectangle. So we're doing both. Perimeter, we're adding all our sides. To get the perimeter, you add all your sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 6. Let's add. 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6. 4 and 6 make 10. 4 and 6 make 10. 10 and 10 make 20. You should have got 20 for your perimeter. Area, to get the area, you have to multiply or count your squares. I'm going to multiply length times width. 4 times 6 is 24. Perimeter was 20. Area is 24. My labels are already there for me. Notice area has square units and perimeter only says units. All right, part B. Use the grid to draw a rectangle that has the same perimeter but a different area. So our perimeter was 20. So remember, our book told us a helpful hint. Perimeter is made out of 4 sides that match. Okay, so I only need to come up with half of that. So to get my perimeter, I'm going to figure out what half of 20 is. In other words, I'm dividing it by 2. Half of 20 is 10. So I need to think of 2 numbers that I can add together to give me 10. What plus what is 10? We already know 4 and 6 make 10, but I can't use that because I need a different perimeter. What else would make 10? Well, I have 10 fingers. How can I make 10? I could do 5 and 5, couldn't I? But 5 and 5 would make a square. I think we can do better. What about 3 and 7? Let's try that one. Now, if you want to try something else, that's fine. You may not have picked 3 and 7. You might have picked something else. I'm going to go with 3 and 7. Okay? So I need 3 rows. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 3, 7, 3, 7. I need to make sure that my perimeter is the same. 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3. 10 plus 10. Yes, that is 20. So my perimeter is the same. Same perimeter. Now I need to make sure my area is different. Different area. So to get the area, we do length times width. So that's 7 times 3, which is 21. What was my area up here? 24. Is 21 different? Yes. As long as your perimeter on your shape equals 20. Now, there's lots of things you could have used. You could have done 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7. Or you could have done 5 and 5 because a square is a rectangle. Or 7 and 3. As long as you are not using 4 and 6, then yours should have the same perimeter but a different area, right? Part C. And my numbers are going to disappear, so listen good. Use the grid to draw a rectangle that has the same area but a different perimeter than the rectangle in part A. Okay? So we're back up here. This time we want the same area but a different perimeter. So our area was 24, right? Part A. We're using part A. So I'm going to go down here. We still want our area to be 24. Okay? But we can't use 6 and 4. So we've got to think of something else that will give us 24. What about 3 and 8? Will that work? 3 times 8? Yeah, that's 24. So I'm going to do 3 rows. 8 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my area we already know is 24 because 3 times 8 is 24. Let's make sure our perimeter works. 8 and 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 11 would be 22. Is that different than what I started with? Yes, because we had 20, didn't we, up there? So 22 would be a different parameter. Now, you may have come up with something else. You can't use 4 and 6. You could have used 2 and 12 would work. 2 times 12 is 24, or 1 times 24. I don't know if there's enough squares to do a 1 by 24, but you can try it and see. Anything else make 24? I think that's it. So 2 times 12 would have worked, or even 1 times 24 if it would fit. But you can't use 4 and 6 because that would not be the same. That would be the same perimeter, and we wanted a different perimeter. All right, this should be a good review for your test on Friday. Perimeter and area.